Hello, and welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics, the War of the Lions. In the last episode, we found the Marquis de Elmdor de Limberry and saved him. We also had a confrontation with Regraf Foals. So let's really quick look at the Chronicle and check him out. So he's leader of the Corpse Brigade, a group of brigands terrorizing Galleon. During the 50 Years' War, he served as leader of the Deadmen, a company of volunteer soldiers assembled from the peasantry. Although they fought valiantly, they were no longer needed after Evilus's defeat, and at war's end were summarily discharged without compensation. Thus why they're all extremely PO'd and formed the Deadmen. Sorry, not the Deadmen, but the Corpse Brigade. They were formerly the Deadmen. Naming makes sense, they were called... Well, that's kind of, morbid if you think about it. The peasantry volunteer group, called the Deadmen. Yeah, they weren't expected to die in battle or anything. But, let's go ahead and back out of here. And before we continue on to Igros on my way back, I did encounter something new in a random encounter. And so, I'll go ahead and show it off. And we're back. So on my way back to Igros Castle, in a random battle here at the Siege Weld, we found a new enemy that we have not seen yet. He's a little bit obstructed because he's chilling in the bog there, but he is a skeleton. And if we just take a quick look at him, so they are a dead warrior resurrected as an undead skeleton. It will often reanimate not long after being KO'd. So they have the innate ability Counter, they absorb dark attacks, and their weaknesses are Fire and Holy. Now, what it means by they will often reanimate not long after being KO'd, when you KO them, they'll get the normal counter above their corpse that all normal enemies do, but sometimes there's a percentage chance when it reaches 0 that instead of becoming a crystal or a treasure chest containing an item, they will instead resurrect. Not with, I believe when they resurrect, they do not resurrect with 100% hit points. But it can be kind of pesky, especially if you're trying to get enemies to turn into treasure chests. Or if you're banking on them turning into a crystal, and instead an enemy pops up. The abilities that they have are Chop, which is just a melee attack. It strikes the target with a bony-handed chop. And then Thunder Anima, which is a ranged attack, attack by unleashing a lightning spirit. So it's the lightning element. And we're back. One thing I forgot to mention there when I was looking at the monster is that it is an undead type of monster, meaning that curative magics will hurt it, but draining effects will heal it and hurt yourself. So if you have an attack that would normally steal hit points from an enemy, instead of doing that, it will give hit points to an undead enemy, and it will steal your own hit points. So that's something to be careful of. You can instant KO undead enemies with a Phoenix Down as well, but I think that might give it a 100% chance to come back if it's an enemy that can reanimate. I have to double check that to be sure, but at least in my experience that seems to always be the case. But let's go head up into Igros Castle now. What madness possessed you that you would abandon your posts to traipse about the desert? Silence is not the answer I seek. Speak and be quick with it. 'Twas I forced Ramza to go. Was that the way of it, Ramza? Delita led your better judgment astray? No, I went of my own choosing. The fault lies not with him. 'Tis Ramza's noble disposition that guides his tongue, my lord. It is not as he... You needn't be false on my behalf, Delita. It was I who chose to disregard orders. Don't forget they were just ordered to guard the castle. Might I pose a question, Ramza? What purpose do laws serve when even those who would enforce them choose not to pay them heed? Adherence to the rule of law is a knight's solemn duty, It falls upon us, as Beowulds, to bear the burden of example. Is your intent to live up to your name, is your intent to live up to your name, or to drag it with you through the mire? Forgive me, Lord Brother. I believe the point is made, is it not, Daisadar? You must not let the how of it steal your eyes away from the what. Their rescue of the Marquis was no small feat. It is the way of young men to be impetuous in their haste to do great things. We were not unlike them once. To coddle them is to do them disservice, Your Grace. They need learn integrity. So, you are Lord Daisadarg's younger brother. Rise, son of Gallium. Indeed, you are the very ghost of Barbaneth. His fire burns in your eyes, I can see it. Such strength and vitality would be wasted atop castle walls. Hint hint, nudge nudge. Our campaign against the Corpse Brigade draws near its end. I will permit you to join in the final stage. Coordinated strikes are to be made on a number of their dens ere long. You will lead one of those assaults. Very well, Lord Brother. My apologies, Your Grace. It was not of your doing, Daisadarg. In truth, it serves only to show the caliber of man we were dealing with in Gustav. A change in plans was inevitable, once the Fool went and staged the kidnapping within our very borders. And let us not forget, they did save the Marquis' life. He will now be honor-bound to Aquis? No idea how to pronounce that. In the end, your brother's deeds have placed us in quite the favorable position. The king's life hangs by a thread. We must move quickly now. Indeed, my friend. I trust you will not fail me. So it looks like we have a bit of plotting going on with Daisadarg and Duke Lard. I'm sure we'll find more out about that later. For right now, I have a little bit more shopping to do. So once I get that complete, I will be right back. Alright, and we are back. So just to go over really quick what was available in the stores after Zeklia's Desert, and you can buy these items on your way to the castle. The elemental rods become available, and they're nice for your black magic users because they boost one element. There's the Ice Rod, the Fire Rod, and the Thunder Rod. So they cost spells of that family to do more damage. There's also, when you attack with them, a percentage chance that the base level of spell from that rod, or from that element family, will go off. There's also the White Staff, which so I purchased the Thunder Rod for the Black Mage. I also purchased a White Staff, just in case I have a White Mage in use here. I bought some red hoods, which are just some cloth hat that adds some hit points and magic points, and some leather plates, which are just clothing for your lightly armored units. Hempen robes are available now, but I didn't buy any because they're pretty expensive. Blind knives I don't find to be useful. I actually sold the one that I had, so I could buy a few more things. It's the same attack power as the mithril knife, so... but the only thing is they have a percentage chance to add blind, which really isn't all that great. There's iron swords, which I bought. We had one of those previously. Longbows, I bought one of those in case I want to use somebody as an archer. I also bought a buckler for the knight. I did not buy an iron helm. Instead, I brought the bronze armor. And the reason I did that is because I'm only one grade below in the helmets because I bought the better helmet earlier. And with the armor, I was 2 grades below, so I upgraded the armor to get more of a plus hit points out of for my buck. There's also shoulder capes, which give you accessory evade of 10% for both physical and magical. I did not buy any of those yet. They are pretty cheap, and I probably could have afforded some, but I decided to wait a little bit longer before I bought some of those. The nice thing about accessory evade is, again, it does let you dodge attacks from behind. And then there's also high potions, but none of my people can use high potions, so I didn't buy any. And we are ready to go ahead into the battle here. So let's jump right into it with Brigand's Den. Alright, so we got Ramza here. Gonna go ahead and use Percival as our healer in this one. Little John is our Black Mage. And we're being a little bit risky, and we're going to use Rosa as a knight. In this fight, there are going to be a lot of male thieves, and there's a good chance that they will know Charm or Steel Heart. I forget what it's called in this version. Those are the two names that it could be. I believe it's Steel Heart in this version. And they inflict the Charm status, which temporarily turns your unit to the enemy side, or vice versa, the enemy's unit to your side. Can be cured with hitting them, but can be pretty devastating if your units can do a lot of damage. Oops, and I skipped that first text box. I apologize. I was busy talking. How could you say such a thing? The battle is not yet even fought. We mustn't give in to despair, not until the nobles answer for all they have wrought. Actually, I don't think I have anybody with Treasure Hunter, so I'll check that real quick at the start of the fight. This is a unique map, too, so this is the only time you're going to see it. It ought not have been like this. My brother was too soft, too indecisive. The enemy. Now, what kind of hideout is this where there's, like, no building? Anyway, I owe you a debt of gratitude for rescuing the Marquis. I pray I am able to repay it, even a little, by aiding you in this. So we've still got Argoth fighting with us. So in this, we have a boss enemy. Our objective is to defeat Miluda. If we defeat Miluda without felling anyone or felling as many people as we want, the battle will end. So I'm going to try and kill all the rest of the units before defeating Miluda. You also have to be careful with this fight too. If you clump your units too much, it can be pretty bad. The white mages can have black magic sometimes, and it can be pretty powerful from them. I think one time I lucked out and neither white mage had black magic, and that was a nice time. That was a pretty easy win there. Yeah, see, she's going to move all the way up to cast on my black mage. But because I haven't had a turn yet, there's a good chance that I'll get enough turns to take her down. It just depends on who gets their turn and who gets to be where. Though with where Argoth is, I think only one unit's really going to get to attack, so I might not be able to take her out. No charms yet, so that's good. Let's see. I don't think you... Yeah, you can't quite reach. Let's see. Let's try to get your status. You do have Throw Stone, though. But that's not going to be enough to kill her. At the very least, I should be able to get a good smack off here, but... Let me see, though, if the other white mage has... Okay, only white magic, so you're the only one I gotta worry about. What are you actually casting? Thunder, okay. Yep. So let's go ahead... Actually, let me just check really quick. Do you have... No. And no. And no. Okay. So yeah, nobody has move find item. So the items really quick then on this map are for poor items you can get a Phoenix Down, Antidote, Echo Herbs, or Eye Drops. And Eye Drops. For good items you can get a Longbow, a Flame Rod, a White Staff, and an Ice Rod. So nothing super special here. Pretty much stuff that we can buy already. But let's go ahead and try to kill her. Or at least do as much damage as we can, and then hope that Delita or Argoth take her out. Oh, sweet! I was able to take her out with that. Cool. Let's see. So, does anyone need heal? Nobody that I can actually heal, and I don't have to worry about any more black magic, so I can clone. I did learn Thundera, since the last fight, which is, again, Thunder Light element magic. Takes 10 magic points. Now the Aura's level of spells for the other families actually take 12, so the Thunder family is a little bit cheaper on the second level. And just to verify really quick here, we can see Thunder would do 36. Blizzard would do 25. This is a Thunderstorm, so Thunder Magic is more powerful here. But it's a bad Zodiac compatibility. Yeah, that extra damage isn't worth it, so I'm just going to cast Thunder. Really, I should have probably faced him sideways, but that's okay. And ow. So she's just gonna probably heal before any attacks get off. Or any of my guests get their turn, rather. Oh, and you're potioning. That's superfluous, but okay. I think we're gonna heal Ramza. I left you with black magic. I don't remember giving that to you, but okay. And then we can go ahead and run. That's actually a smart move, going after the healer instead of the person being healed. Oh, alright, she got pushed back, so I might be able to take her out if I get my turn. Actually, no, I can't get to her, never mind. Is it that's being healed? I could move next to him and get healed. I think I'll do that, because I'm gonna get enough turns to maybe kill him. Oh, there's a priest there, I forgot about that, shoot. But I bet her spell would go off before I could even... Well, actually, I might be able to attack from here. Yeah, I can. And kill him. And then move and take the heal. Alright. Oh, that's not gonna kill her, is it? No, okay, good. I'll do some damage to her, but I don't want to kill her. Now, the guests might kill her, and that I can't necessarily stop. But hopefully that doesn't happen. How can you nobles live as you do, and yet hold your heads so high? We are not chattel. We are humans, no less than you. What flaw do you hold there to be in us, that we were born between a different set of walls? Do you know what it means to hunger, to sup for months on naught but broth of bean? Why must we be made to starve that you might grow fat? You call us thieves, but it's you who steal from us the right to live. You, no less human than we? Ha! Now there's a beastly thought. You've been less than we from the moment your base-born father fell upon your mother in whatever gutter saw you sired. You've been chattel since you came into the world drenched in common blood. By whose decree? Who decides such foul and absurd things? 'Tis heaven's will. Heaven's will? You would pin your bigotry on the gods? No god would fain forgive such sin, much less embrace it. All men are equal in the eyes of the gods. Men, yes, but the gods have no eyes for chattel. You speak of devils, not gods. Yeah. I don't seem to agree. Ramza, is this woman truly our enemy? And Roms is not so sure about what's going on. Oh, she knows Potion. She's gonna be fun to kill. I have a feeling that the white mage is probably going to steal. Okay, good. Yeah, if an enemy unit steals an item, which the thieves can do, it's permanently gone from your inventory. I mean, a red hood, that's replaceable, but that would have been annoying. Can I heal you? I don't think anyone else needs to be healed. I don't know if that angle will work. I doubt it will. But we'll try. Oh, it does work. Okay. I can heal you, Delita. Have a potion. What? Okay, I don't... okay. You went after him because you could kill him in a hit. Makes sense. So all that's left then is a thief and the white mage, and then Miluta. So actually, I'm gonna try and chase down this thief. Well, those two take on the white mage. Oh, and that's gonna cure Delita then too. Okay. Who's she gone after? Oh, my chemist, okay. Let's see what she does. Oh, she criticaled him. Yay, good job. I think that was Perry that blocked it. Go ahead and do a potion and a run. Now we'll wreck this thief's day. 63 points of damage, that sounds pretty good to me. All that's left is Miluta now. Which is the highest level enemy that we've fought so far. She's actually level 7. And we're only level 4. Well, now a couple people have reached 5, but... I think I can just throw a potion. Oh, I can't check a potion from here. Nice! And yeah, we could have gone for the stronger Thundera for all but one of her hit points, but... I have a feeling she's going to be going down no matter what here. Yes, Mathilda disappeared and left behind a crystal. I think I want that. Let's see. Can I acquire abilities? Cure, Fire, and Blizzard. I'll take that. And then Fire is, of course, your basic fire element. And Cure is white magic that soothes injuries, restoring hit points. So it's your basic cure spell. Oops. Try and Stoner. Oh, and that's the killing blow. Lay down your sword. Resist us not, and your life will yet be spared. Ramza, I think we killed, well, at least we KO'd everybody. And so with that, the battle is won. We get our bonus coin, and some battle trophies. So we get a bronze shield, which is nice, since we can't buy those yet. The iron sword, though, we already filled up and stocked up on, so... No, that one's not so helpful. I'm no more than chattel to you, am I? So have my head and be done with it. Do you truly hold us to be so foul? Do it, Ramza. She fights as a corpse. Let her become one for true. She's a foe and a traitor, an enemy of House Beowulf. The world has no place for such wretches. Her claim to life is forfeit. Spare her now, and you place your seal on the warrants for our own deaths. It's her or us, Ramza. Strike her down. Try as I might, Ramza, I cannot think this woman our enemy. Have you lost your wits? This woman is no more chattel than you nor I. You would turn against our cause, Delita? I ought to have expected as much. You deny me even the mercy of an honorable death. A pox on you and your pity. So long as you bear the name Beowulf, you will ever remain an enemy to me. You'd do well to remember that. Delita, what have we done? And then Delita can only shake his head. Humph. A pox on your pity indeed. Igros, high seat of Galleon. The Beowulf Manse. No, I won't go. Release me. Be quick about it. You're hurting me. Let me go. Zalbad. Oh, the animation was a little messed up there. Humph. Time to cut losses. Alma, are you unhurt? Yes, I'm fine, but Titra... Yes, I know. Lord Brother! Worry not, I am fine. Alma, are you alright? They did not harm me, but you're bleeding badly. In no favored dream would I have thought the brigands so bold to strike us here. They must have come for me. 5 among our guard are slain, and Titra taken. Find them. Search every den and Dovecote, if you must. Please, brother, you mustn't speak. Bloody rebels. Now this scene has a great translation in the original. Lysadar, someone, anyone. In the original, Zalbag says, "Hey, anyone in there?" Which always made me think as a kid that he was like talking to Lysadar, like, "Hey, is there anybody in your head? Like, are you conscious?" This translation makes it a bit more clear what he's trying to say. But that's it for the brigands, then, and of course when we're told to not guard the castle, something happens. So, next up, we'll be making our trip to Igros Castle to see what happened there. And we'll be doing that in the next video. And I'm also going to do little bit of ability learning and such, since we gained some JP this battle. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Final Fantasy Tactics, The War of the Lions, and I will see you in the next video.